All right, so today we are looking at negative exponents. So we've looked at these a little bit over the last few days. We've never really dug into them too much. So today we are going to look at first the algebraic formula for a negative exponent. So if I have a to the negative n power, where a is our integer base, any non-zero base, and our exponent of n is just any integer exponent. The formula says that when I raise any number to a negative exponent, I'm actually going to put it under 1, and the exponent then becomes positive. So a to the negative n is actually 1 over a to the n. So for example, if I have something like a to the negative fourth, and the question says, simplify this a to the negative fourth using positive exponents only. All I would need to do is know that negative exponents go in the denominator and they become positive. So this would be my simplified expression here. Okay, typically when we simplify exponent expressions, usually we don't want negative exponents. We want to simplify using positive exponents only. Okay, so I'll leave this formula up here just as a reference. So let's take a look at another example. This one we're going to use an integer. So let's say I have 10 to the power of negative 2, and I need to simplify that. All I would need to do here is say, okay, that's just 1 over 10 to the second power. You could leave it like that if you want. You don't have to evaluate your integers and your powers, but typically if they're squares or cubes that I know and that I can do quickly, I will typically evaluate them and say, okay, I'm just going to go one little step further and say that is 1 over 100. You do not have to do that, but you can. Okay, let's take a look at another example here. I'm going to ramp things up a little bit, make things a little bit more challenging. I don't like it when things are too easy, of course, so I have to erase every tiny little line on my board. All right, let's take a look at the next ones. Let's go with 2x to the negative 6th power. So here's what we are not going to do. This is a pretty common mistake, is we see this exponent of negative 6 here and say, oh, okay, cool. So this entire thing is just going to be tossed under 1, and I'm going to go with 2x to the 6th power, and I'm done. Awesome, easy. Nope, wrong-o. So what we need to make sure that we realize here, and we've talked about this before, is that the negative exponent of 6 only applies to the base of x. That exponent of negative 6 does not apply to this 2 here. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to leave the 2 in the numerator. That 2 is going to stay put. The x to the negative 6th, that's what we are going to move in the denominator of our fraction, and our simplified expression would actually be 2 over x to the 6th power. Okay, now you might be thinking, well, what would it look like if it were 1 over 2x to the negative 6th? So remember, we always talk about how important parentheses are with negative exponents. So if we do this, now this set of parentheses around this 2x is saying, okay, this exponent of negative 6 applies to this entire 2x in parentheses. So we would say that this is then 1 over, in parentheses, 2x to the 6th power, and we are done. Capiche? All right, that's it.